Thank you, Jeffrey. And that is Jeffrey's swan song, his very last time that he's going to be talking in a South African accent. Very soon he'll be talking in Netherlands. Can you give us a little indication of what you had to say in your test to go over to Holland?
Ik kan de Nederlands spreken.
Oh, that's not bad for a Jeff Candy. Yeah, he's going to be covering the European scene for MoneyWeb as from about 6 weeks' time. Jeff relocating there because he happens to be, David, engaged to a young lady who's doing her doctorate at a Netherlands university. So we breed them smart at MoneyWeb. If not, or maybe not them smart. Maybe we breed them smart enough to have smart
smart girlfriends.
Yeah. Well, Dave, stock markets today, a little bit of a recovery from yesterday.
Amazing recovery. And there wasn't much news. It just seems that investors wanted to will the market up. Bargain hunters. Honestly, Alec, you look for news and you say, why is the market going better? And all you can find is house prices in the United States going down, consumer confidence leveling out. Maybe the bad news is not getting as bad as it was, and that's giving investors some kind of confidence.
We recovered half of yesterday's losses, up about 2% today. International markets mainly driving that.
Yeah, strong. Banking shares are all picking up, and that followed through to our market. So I just took the top 80 shares in terms of market cap, and gainers outnumbered the losers 4-1. So very, very strong day with a number of features. As Jeff said, only gold shares came down.
Imtiaz was interesting. Imtiaz Ahmed was interesting yesterday, saying that he felt that the bulls had now been vanquished. And that there were a lot of stale bulls around trying to will the market up from time to time.
Well, they're doing a good job.
How do you like the Don Group? This is my tip for the year. Horrible financial results, really horrible. Down 87%. Share price up 3 cents today to 30 cents. But it's an asset play, Dave.
Yeah, it is.
And what I'd like there is the net asset value is 53 cents and it's trading at 30.
So, if you look at the whole of Sandton, where they've got a number of properties, I mean, there are huge developments taking place there. So I don't think anybody's going to sell it down if it goes to a price now.
Their market cap's 88 million rand. The property that they've got, one of their properties in Sandton's got to be worth double that. Alone. And they've got properties in
I think if you're looking for NAV in this market, you'll find brilliant stuff.
Apart from that, interesting to see that the mining charter, there was arbitration from some Italians decided to take the South African government to court, the international court. But it's now been suspended to try and get the mining charter set aside. That would have been fun and games. AstroPac, I suppose, an indication of a lot of companies slimming down, selling off some assets. To
remember, they went and they accumulated a huge number of companies in order to get critical mass. Now they're offloading them, focusing, I think, on Fulm and Richards, and dropping debt, And it also had a very, very strong record, and it's come back, I think, with a dropping consumer spending.
Fuel Focus is brought to you by Wasani Petroleum, fuel for energy, direct delivery, David. Fuel Focus is where we have a look on the day that the petrol price goes up, and today, I'm saying go up, sometimes it does go down, but it's going to rise nearly 4.5%, R7.38 on the Highveld is what the new petrol price is going to be. 34 cents higher.
We've had a very good run in the petrol price. Oil has come back from $147 all the way down to below $40 a barrel, and is now starting to creep up. What you have to understand, also, it's a function of the rand. The petrol price depends on where the rand trades, and also what a wholesaler or what an importer could buy petrol for or oil for on the international market, together with import costs or transport costs. So that's all it is a function of, and the oil price is now starting to creep up. Remember, OPEC want that price at $70 to $80 a barrel. They're the main suppliers of oil, the main producers of oil, and I think they produce about 40% of the world's oil. So their function is to try and get that price up. So I would imagine that we've probably seen the best in the petrol price for the time.
So you reckon it's going to go higher?
I would probably say so. And since I think they want to and they can control that. Up to now they've been pretty good. But expect cutbacks in production.
One of our studio guests has got a very good insight into the oil price. Well, certainly did when he was running BHP Billiton. Brian Gilbertson. BHP had a lot of oil assets. When you have a look at what's going on in the oil market right now, is David Shapiro, OPEC, on the money when they say it can go back to $70?
Look, I think so. If it's very hard to forecast what commodities are going to do and to do it in any particular time scale. But I see it as being very difficult to assume that the oil price is going to stay at these levels indefinitely. you need it to run so many things, and the new supplies are just not coming on stream at these dollars. People just can't, at these prices, people just can't invest the capital that's needed to do it. And in any case, national governments are increasingly taking over the management of the important supplies. So, I would have thought if you had the opportunity, by having part of your portfolio invested in something related to oil and gas and energy, it's probably a wise thing to be doing.
Very interesting. Well, there you got two smart guys, and the third smart guy who's going to join the three wise men is Warren Buffett. If you remember at Berkshire Hathaway last year, he was saying the same thing. In fact, he bought into oil at much higher levels than they are at the moment. And in his annual letter to shareholders said he might have been a bit early, but he still believes exactly what Brian Gilbertson and David Shapiro has been telling you. So get rid of the Hummer. Get yourself what's a small car, Dave? You drive a
Mini.
Mini. Get yourself a Mini like Mr. Shapiro, and you will not feel, or even better, perhaps buy yourself some Sasol shares.
Yeah.
In
I think
South Africa.
Sasol will be geared to the oil price. Its performance will definitely be good.
You think it will be?
Yeah.
Naturally it will be.
And the rand.
Fuel Focus was brought to you by Wasani Petroleum. Fuel for energy, direct delivery.